The death toll from the Malaysia Airlines flight shot down over a war-torn part of Ukraine has risen now to 298. We now know 3 infants were on board that flight without tickets. This amateur video shows the moment of impact, a fireball, then that cloud of black smoke rising hundreds of feet into the air. U.S. intelligence sources confirm the plane was shot down. Ukraine accuses pro-Russia rebels in that region. So far, no one can confirm any Americans were on the flight. It's suspected they were, but no confirmation yet. The carrier is still working to confirm the nationalities of 41 passengers. The plane went down over eastern Ukraine, about 25 miles from the Russia border, bound from Amsterdam to Kuala Lumpur. The airline says that route was deemed safe by the International Air Transport Association. Given where the plane went down, the recovery and investigation into who's responsible will likely be a long, complicated process. Fox's Michelle Macaluso has more.
Tonight, 2 key questions. Where did that missile come from and who fired it? Malaysia Airlines Flight 17 was shot down in eastern Ukraine, according to U.S. intelligence, killing nearly 300 passengers and crew on board.
Shot down, not an accident. Blown out of the sky.
Both Ukraine and Russia immediately traded accusations of blame following the crash, sharply raising concerns about a region already racked by violence. The Boeing 777 was on a routine flight from Amsterdam to Kuala Lumpur. Malaysia's prime minister says the plane did not make a distress call before it plummeted to the ground.
The perpetrators must swiftly be brought to justice.
But Russia denies any of its forces are involved, despite speculation that they have been funneling heavy weapons to rebels in that area.
The separatists could have only gotten that capability from Russia, and so therefore the culpable party here is Vladimir Putin.
President Obama was on a phone call with Russian President Vladimir Putin when news of the downed plane broke.
I've directed my national security team to stay in close contact with the Ukrainian government. The United States will offer any assistance we can to help determine what happened and why.
President Obama is trying to determine if any Americans were aboard the Malaysian flight. In Washington, Michelle Macaluso, Fox News.
This is one of the more chilling images from the air disaster. A passenger posted this picture of Flight 17 on Facebook before departure with the message, "If it disappears, this is what it looks like." It was supposed to be, I guess, a humorous reference to the other recent Malaysia air tragedy, the disappearance of Flight 370 last spring. That plane still has not been found. 298 passengers and crew were killed on Flight 17, and the death toll could have been higher had one woman not missed the plane. She says she was shocked when she found out the plane she was supposed to be on crashed.
I'm shaking. I don't even know what to do, and I'm feeling physically sick. And I was like from Hilton, The Hague, coming to the airport in the taxi. It was just crying. I'm just thinking that I feel like I've been given a second chance.
The woman says she was going to see her family. She was rebooked on a different flight.